Hey Undertow listeners, Fred Greenhalgh here, your host for all things mysterious and macabre. Today, I want to introduce you to a story about second chances and shadowy secrets. Woodbine follows Beatrice Ashe, a quiet assistant at a small detective agency whose life takes a dark turn after a brutal attack. Her boss, Grace Hawthorne, faces an impossible choice: let Bea go, or bring her into a world of monsters and mysteries. Now, Bea must navigate a new existence while seeking justice and truth in a world she never imagined. You are about to step into the first episode, and if you're hooked, you can find Woodbine wherever you get your podcasts.
Enjoy the world and all its terrors? Interested to learn more about unexplained entities and dark legends from across the globe? Join myself and Dr. Sophie Yang as we share horrors, fears, and taboos from her home in Taiwan and discuss the similarities and differences between what scares souls in the East and West. Learn about what haunts the Taiwanese mountains, what comes for you in death, and much more. Check out That Scares Me Too, available now. That's 2, like boo.
It was an unusually warm September day when it happened. I was at work typing up some notes my coworker, Grace, had left for me to transcribe. Grace Hawthorne. Nice lady, bit of an old soul, but we get along. We're friends. She's the main detective here at the agency. I mean, she's the only detective. I'm just an assistant. Mostly I take notes, call clients, whatever is needed. But I join her out on the field sometimes, helping with cases, digging around. I hope I have the chops to actually move up the ladder here. Well, it's not really much of a ladder. It's a step stool, perhaps. It's a small workplace. Woodbine Agency, located just near Woodbine subway station. Not the most creative name, but hey, I didn't pick it. A tiny detective agency with tiny cases. Stuff too small for anyone major to care about, but too big for one person to handle. It's not bad. Good benefits, dental. Have to admit, I'd been hoping for a promotion, and Grace has definitely been taking more of an interest in me as of late, but none of this is important right now. As for me, my name is Beatrice Ashe, but everyone who knows me well calls me Bea. I like it, Bea. It sounds bouncy, bright, sweet, all these things that I just feel like I'm not. Now, people who've just met me call me Beatrice, and it makes me feel like I'm still in school. The teacher's voice barking it out across the classroom, the kids making jokes about it, and young me wishing my parents gave me a cool contemporary name, like Kayla or Ashley or Misty. But no, Beatrice, an old lady name. Grace likes it, although I'm not sure why. But yeah, that's what I get called by people who barely know me. As for people who don't know me at all, well, they don't call me anything. For example, the guy who walked into the office a few minutes ago and started stabbing me, he didn't even look at the nameplate on the desk, he just got to work. And, well, here I am.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god! Oh my, okay. Okay, I'm going to, Bea? Honey, I need you to stay with me, okay? Okay?
Grace, help me. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh
No,
my god.
You're not doing that. I'm not going to let that happen. We will get you out of here. We'll get these wounds stitched up.
I don't think you have much choice in the matter.
I'll call for help. I'll get an ambulance. They can... There's so much blood, Bea.
Oh, my blood inside me, it's all I want. Oh, God. Oh, God. Please help. Please.
It's a lot.
No. I won't let you die. Okay, where's your phone? Oh, No, it's been smashed.
I'm gonna die. Please don't let me die.
I told you that won't happen.
I'm cold.
Your pulse is so weak. Okay, fuck. I could go get my phone, but I don't think they can help.
Just anything.
Bee, my sweet Bee. I'm going to make a choice for the both of us.
What?
It's not your time.
Who says you get to pick? Who says you get to pick that?
Good question. What kind of God would let this happen to you?
I don't know.
What kind of God would cause such pain? What kind of devil will allow me to help you?
I'm sorry, Grace.
Shh, don't be sorry. What do you have to be sorry for?
All this is gonna be a mess to clean up, and I won't be here for it. I don't want to die.
Is this what was used to stab you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm helping. Don't worry. Shh. I'm the one who's sorry, Bee. It's not your time to go, okay? We'll figure this out together. Are you ready? I am. And I'll explain everything after. This will feel disorienting. You look so beautiful, Bee.
Do not make this mistake again, Grace. It's difficult for me to watch you fail.
Don't come any closer.
All right.
You tell me what happened. Where am I and what the fuck happened and...
I'm sorry. I don't think you're fully healed yet. It's only been a few hours.
Where are we?
You're at my house.
What? Why did you bring me here? Shouldn't I be in a hospital or something?
A hospital wouldn't help.
What does that mean? How am I even conscious right now? Or alive, for that matter? Last time I looked, most of my blood was now in a big puddle outside my body, ruining the office floor.
That hardwood will never be the same, unfortunately. What a shame. It was original, you know.
I don't think that's the issue right now. What the hell is going on? Why are we here?
I needed to get you somewhere safe.
Did you call the police? An ambulance? An Uber?
Cops are useless. An ambulance would never have arrived in time, and I would have ruined my 5-star rating on Uber if I had tried to load your bloody form into the back of some random man's Kia Sportage.
Okay. So you brought me here to, what, stitch me up?
In a sense.
In a sense? What, did you hot glue me back together or something?
B, we need to talk.
What? No, I was stabbed. I was stabbed a lot. My shirt is a mess, but there's no open wounds. What?
I have some things I should explain.
Yeah, you think? Grace, what the hell is going on? What is this? Am I hallucinating? Am I dead? How long have I been out?
Just calm down. And
How the shit am I supposed to calm down? What did you do?
It's a complicated thing.
I don't have the patience right now for complications, Grace. Did you scoop my blood up and put it back inside me? I don't think that's how it works.
Would you describe yourself as someone with an open mind?
What? I'm gonna start throwing more stuff if you don't give me a straight answer.
If it'll make you feel better. At least aim for the vase on the table over there. I've never cared for it.
Oh my god. Okay. Let me get on your level right now. Are you some sort of necromancer? Are you a witch? Are you some sort of weird cultist with a patron or whatever?
No. I've been approached before, but not my style. Cultists are too hot-headed. I did have a stint as a priestess of a worm goddess. Oh, there was this woman. She was so gorgeous when she was zealous. She got me into it, but yeah, I'll save that story for another time.
What is going on?
This might take a little time to explain.
Make it quick!
There is a lot of information that I'm going to need to get through before I get to the crux of the issue.
Tell me now!
I'm a vampire, Bee.
I understand the words that you just said. They are words that make sense in my head. I comprehend them. It's just that they are words that don't make any sense in the context of real life. So, I'm going to ask you to calmly repeat to me what you just said, okay?
Yes.
All right. Please repeat what you just said.
I am a vampire.
What?
A vampire. You know, a mythological undead creature said to feed on the blood of the living. A Nosferatu, a creature of the night. A bloodsucker.
I know what a vampire is.
Oh, well, good.
I am aware of the concept and the mythology. I've seen Buffy. I skimmed Twilight, and I'm glad for you, whatever that means. But I'm not really sure how this applies to whatever's happening here, because I'm not... Oh, no, Grace. No, you didn't.
I'm sorry. It was all I could do. There were no other options.
Are you shitting me?
Believe me, this is not a thing I would shit you about.
All right, you know what? I'm done. I am not putting up with this.
Stop! If you're trying to dramatically immolate yourself, it's not going to work.
Okay, fine. Oh, that stings. Oh my God, I can't go out in the sun now?
Yes and no. If you'll just let me explain.
No, this isn't real. Why aren't there any stab wounds? I do not understand what happened to me.
You were stabbed. And you were dying. And I couldn't stand there and watch you shake off this mortal coil, so I did the only thing I could do. And because of that, because of what I did, you have changed. You may have noticed that one of the changes allows you to heal quite quickly. You're still going to be a little sore.
I've noticed.
But you're alive. Well, sort of. Not technically, I suppose, but you still exist.
Why?
I couldn't let you die, and I made a choice.
I want to say that my head is throbbing, that my eyes burn, that I feel a shiver running through me, but I don't. Just this endless numbness that is settling across my skin like lukewarm water. Am I still me?
Yes, but different. Look, there's so much to tell you, but it's not all bad. There are things about the change you might enjoy. It does come with benefits. Things will become clearer over time.
This feels like, this fucking bullshit. You were lying to me.
I know it's a lot to take in. I remember the change. I went through it too. It's overwhelming, but it can also be exhilarating. Like the first kiss of a new lover. Or Burning Man.
I think What is that smell?
Oh. You'll be hungry. I brought you something.
Is that blood?
Ethically sourced, I promise. It's AB positive. Quite earthy.
I am not touching that.
You're going to need to eat. The hunger will come sooner than you think.
No. I... Just leave me alone for a bit.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Just don't open that carton again.
Don't tell me what to do.
Believe me, I have no desire to be your keeper. But I do have a responsibility to protect you from yourself. At least until you understand how this works. Please trust me. I had to learn all of these things the hard way, but...
This is fucking real.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do now?
I can help. I owe you that much.
You can help? You got me into this mess.
I wasn't the one who stabbed you. I wasn't trying to hurt you.
You did this to me. You turned me into this. You made this choice for me. Get out!
I'm sorry, B. I'm going to give you some space. Please, if you are feeling hunger, I urge you to consider eating.
What do you say to someone who's told you something unbelievable? What do you do when your world, the one where this stuff doesn't exist, ends and is suddenly replaced with a world that no longer makes sense? I don't want to exist in this new reality. But it doesn't feel like it matters what I want anymore. I walk over to the window, and if I place my arm in the sunlight, it feels like someone's snapping 100 elastics across my skin. I'm not gonna die doing this, I don't think, but... Ow! Fuck. Everything feels too loud, too weird, thick and hazy, like I'm looking through sleet and listening through thunder. My body hurts, but not enough. I was dying. A few hours ago, I was dying, but there's no trace of the wounds, and the pain feels like a distant memory. I've checked my phone. It's late afternoon. This morning I came to work. I did a little admin. I was stabbed 27 times, and now I can't say it yet. But I've changed. I know in my heart I have. I can feel it. But I'm still breathing. Why am I still breathing? And I'm hungry. It feels like normal hunger, but also it doesn't. It's like hunger was mixed in a blender with desire and lust, and I just want something. But I can't. I can't, and I won't. I will not be ravenous. I am not a monster. I just want to know why this is happening. And I want to know why she did this to me.
Still haven't heard back from Grace.
No. Have you had any luck?
I tried again. No response.
How serious of a situation do you think this is?
When was the last time you got a panicked voicemail from her, Aurelius? 1999?
Yes, when she got those chunky highlights.
A terrible decision, yes. But the tenor of this call... I don't think my concern is unfounded. She said she made some choices, and it all feels out of character. What do you think has her so worked up? Reassure me before my brain takes me down a terrible path. What do you think happened?
She killed her latest meal.
Hasn't done that in decades.
She's gone vegan.
Do you honestly think she would want to relive that short-lived phase?
Perhaps she burned the office down, by accident, or by design. She has been talking to me about updating the interior.
She would have just told us.
And leave a paper trail? Let a woman commit a little insurance fraud as a treat, Alden.
Right now, I hope it's something as ridiculous as that.
May I offer an unlikely option?
You may.
Perhaps she turned someone?
Grace has never, not once since I've known, even considered. Do you really think she could?
That isn't something she would do without a very good reason.
Who would she even consider turning?
She's turned people since we've met her.
She most certainly has not.
What about that one lover of hers? What was his name? George? Gordon?
What, the poet? I would have eaten him before ever letting him become even halfway immortal. Imagine being stuck with that blowhard.
He wasn't that bad.
He said her hair was made of water, and her teeth looked like moonlight. And then he wrote a sestina comparing her to a hangover. He can go to hell.
Fussy.
No, I have taste. Grace is fussy.
She never turned her ex-girlfriend, right?
Which one?
The really friendly one with the big curly hair, back around 93?
No, and I liked Rhonda. Didn't she die? Is that who I'm thinking of?
Yes, car crash, I think.
Right. Tragic. I remember seeing the obituary. Grace... Actually, I don't think she ever spoke about her again.
She did send a floral arrangement when she heard about the funeral. White roses. I remember helping her pick them out, so... Who would she turn now? She hasn't been with anyone in ages.
She's spoken highly of the woman she works with.
The coworker? I guess.
She blushes when she brings her up.
No.
Have you been paying attention? Yes!
I should get new glasses.
She's sweet on her. At least a little.
Can't trust a vampire with emotions.
Oh, don't play on old tropes. I'm just saying, something has happened. Grace is in a tizzy. That call made my hair stand on end.
Well, now you're making me nervous.
Sorry.
It's all right. Let's just try calling her again. I want to know what's happening.
Is there some sort of onboarding for this?
I don't have a PowerPoint presentation ready, if that's what you mean. What do you want to know?
What a hilariously huge question. I still barely believe that any of this has happened, but, there's a lot I'd like to know more about.
Well, we have a lot of time. An eternity, one could say.
Okay, I can't handle the thought of that right now. All right. Let's start small. God, this feels stupid.
You'll adjust.
All right. Vampires have lore. There are rules.
Everything's got rules.
Yeah, but it's things like... Okay, sunlight hurts, but it doesn't make me turn to ash. Not immediately, anyways.
No, but you'll want to wear long sleeves if you're going out during the day. And a hat. Ooh, I have some wonderful hats you can borrow.
I'm not really a hat person.
Said like someone who's never been to a milliner.
I'm not even entirely sure what that is.
I know a wonderful one. I'll send her a text. You'll love her. Besides, I think you'd look incredible in something a little slouchy.
Grace, come on.
It would clearly match your attitude.
Fine. We'll go hat making.
No, you don't make the hat. She does.
Enough about hats.
Said like someone who's never owned a well-made cloche.
Okay, whatever. Crosses?
Tacky in many contexts, but otherwise, not an issue.
Silver?
That's werewolves.
It's both.
Regardless, not an issue. Which is good for me because I have never liked how gold looks against my skin tone.
Okay, are there plants I can't be around? I assume garlic is fine.
Ooh.
Seriously?
It won't kill you, but it will make you sick. Sorry.
Yeah. This is the second worst news I've gotten today.
It's not like you'll need food to live.
Yeah, but I enjoy it. I like to cook.
Maybe replace it with onions?
All right. Okay. Okay, I don't know. Like, I assume a stake through the heart or a beheading can kill me, but that kills anything. So, not really a huge leap.
Yeah. Oh, beware of oleander.
Like the plant?
Yes. It can cause symptoms.
Okay, what are we talking here? Are we talking mild headaches, rash, bleeding out of the eyeballs?
It's poisonous to regular humans, but for us, dizziness, weakness. It'll make you feel drunk, but bad drunk.
Can I still get drunk?
If you drink enough, you can for a short bit, but it wears off quite quickly.
All right, it's not too bad.
Oh, and you have to be invited in.
I'm sorry, what now?
You can't enter a space that's claimed without an invitation.
Is that why you always had me head into a house first?
Yes. You adapt. You learn.
How old are you?
Actually?
No, theoretically. Tell me as if this is some sort of age double-slit experiment.
Let's just say I've lived lifetimes.
Oh, all right, cool. You'll have to give me your skincare tips.
Oh, lots of water, retinol, being undead, Vaseline over moisturizer. Every night.
Wonderful.
Look, there's a lot to take in. I don't want you to feel too overwhelmed right off the bat. Bat.
Right, like vampire.
No, like this.
Okay, please tell me that I don't need to get a rabies shot to hang around you.
Even if I could give you rabies, you wouldn't die from it. I don't think.
You don't think?
Never tried. Oh, and don't worry about shapeshifting just yet. That takes a bit of practice. I'm sure you'll be fine, though. You're a quick learner.
So am I immortal?
In the sense that you're not going to die of old age? Yes.
That's... Nope. No, I don't want to go into that anymore right now. That is too much to wrap my head around at this moment. I don't want to think about it.
It's okay. It's okay. It just takes time. It'll make sense eventually.
Grace, why? People die every day. Why couldn't you have just called for help?
Because it would never have gotten here in time. And I didn't think this was the way you should go bleeding out on the office floor. I wanted better for you. And I thought that this will at least give you time.
Fine. I'll put a pin in it, and Am I really never going to be able to enjoy the sun again?
I can't begin to describe what moonlight will feel like on your skin. Once you're settled, we can go for a walk. You've healed, but you had many wounds. And I know you look the same, but your body has changed. For a while, you won't know your own strength. You might feel like a puppy, growing into oversized paws.
Don't patronize me.
Maybe that was a poor choice of words. But the fact remains, you are in the process of becoming something. That comes with growing pains. Speaking of, did you eat? You will need to eat.
What if I don't? What if I just want to lie down on the floor and die like I was supposed to?
You can do whatever you want. Lie there. Ossify. But I will say this to you now. It is not as bad as you think it will be. Difficult. A challenge at first, but really not as hard as you think it will be. Your mind may push against it. Your body, though, it will crave. Eventually, your mind will come to meet it as well. You can either fight it or accept it. Fighting it. Noble. Maybe. In a foolish way. It will hurt, though. It will feel like your skin is being peeled from your body, but you won't die. You will just suffer. You can choose that, Bea. I can't stop you. I can't recommend it, though.
Do you have someone you bleed when you're feeling peckish who's, chained up in the basement?
Things have changed in the last century. No one needs to die so we can feed. No one even needs to suffer. Here, I can bring you another blood bag.
Don't.
You need to eat.
If you don't want to be my keeper, stop telling me what to do.
I am just trying to... Fine. Eat or don't. Do as you like. Just please don't get it on the wallpaper again.
Right. My stomach gnaws at me. It radiates through my body, and I cannot bring myself to look at the bag on the table. It just makes me ravenous. Okay. Grace, I feel like I should say thank you or something for what you did, but I don't know if I'm there yet. I'm not mad. I know my other option was to just die, so I understand why you did this. And somewhere deep down, I think if I had been in the same position, I probably would have done the same thing, so...
Thank you for saying that.
You are now entering Springfield. Where's the body?
Off the side of the ditch down there.
Hello?
You know, surrounded by all this crime scene tape.
Hello? Am I dead?
My name is John.
I'm the new forensic pathologist. I can see you, and that's how we'll figure out how you were murdered.
He took this away from all of us!
31-year-old female, pronounced dead on the scene approximately 3 a.m. after a 911 call. File number 3367.
Male, impaled on a construction site.
I'm dead, John. This is about the last amount of fun I'll have.
Case number 1017.
A wife blended her husband in a wet vac.
Case number 0477.
Case 2457.
Not dead. I can't be dead.
It's okay. It's just you and me now.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, no one. Let's keep this between us, huh? Listen to How I Died, a full-cast police and medical procedural with over 40 episodes available now on all podcast apps.
Greetings, adventurers. Today we're excited to introduce you to a new story, Dark Dice, a horror podcast that blurs the line between actual play and audio drama, where the story is determined by the roll of the dice. 6 adventurers embark on a journey into the ruinous domain of the Nameless God. They will never be the same again. One of the players is not what they seem after a doppelganger, a creature that can assume the form and voice of whatever it kills, infiltrates the team. As the players are picked off and replaced one at a time, can they figure out who the monster is before it's too late? Can you? Here's a quick example of what our show sounds like.
The shambler with the jar of liquid inside of him.
Soren Arkwright let loose an arrow that cracked the glass, passing through the spine of the creature. The shambler still managed to maintain its forward momentum, but stumbled as it eagerly tried to bite and swipe at Soren, landing near his feet. As Jeff Goldblum has now joined our cast, Dark Dice is available however you listen to podcasts.
Hey folks, we're the hosts of Comic Sans, the podcast about comics for those who are sans knowledge. I'm Yen.
And I'm Nat. Comic Sans is a show for people who are new to comics, like me.
And people who love them, like me. I make Nat read some of my favorite works in the medium, including Saga, Daredevil, and The Flintstones.
And Yen talks about what makes that comic special.
We've just launched Season 3 of Comic Sans, with new episodes every 2 weeks.
And you can binge the first 2 seasons wherever you get your podcasts.
We're going to find the person that tried to kill you.
This is going to sound really weird, but your touch feels different.
Oh, of course it does. Can I ask what it feels like?
There's sort of a light buzz. It's like putting your hand into a tub of ball bearings.
Interesting.
The experience?
Your description.
It's hard to explain.
You'll learn that if you touch a regular human, they'll feel all kinds of fun things, but when a vampire touches another vampire, it's a whole other experience.
It's a nice feeling. So, do we go back to the office? Look around?
Well, the sun will be going down shortly.
Okay. I want to go back to the office.
Are you sure?
Yes. I need to see where it happened. We return to the office to see if we can find any hints of who did this at the scene of the crime. It's weird to call it that. Not that it isn't, but that it's this thing that happened to me, and I am the victim, and this is a thing that has to be solved. And as we walk in, I am suddenly hit by this wall of fear. I knew I would feel trepidation coming back, but walking back in, I am overwhelmed by the smell of blood, my blood, in the air. It's disgusting. It is horrifying. It's beautiful. And that feeling makes my stomach lurch, although I cannot tell if it's because I'm revolted or if it's because I'm starving. God, I'm starving. But that's immediately replaced again by the fear. The energy in the room still shimmers like a too-hot day, harsh and unforgiving. It's all very fresh, like walking in after an explosion. The sound gone, but the dust still thick in the air. Oh my God.
I think this floor will need refinishing.
She was right. I wouldn't have survived. Are you just gonna call a guy and be like, sorry, I was slaughtering a deer in here and it got away from me?
What? Do you think I'm the only vampire in Toronto? But don't worry. I have a guy for this. Actually, I should have someone in tomorrow if Chris is available.
Do you ruin floors often?
No, but I have a network of people who will do the things that need to be done. Discretion pays well.
Makes sense. Okay. So, here's where I was. I clearly had moved from the desk. The mental image of what happened feels blurry, even though it was so recent. The adrenaline and the pain form a film over everything, and all I can remember are the most random pieces. The sound of my strained breathing, the creaking of the wooden floors beneath us, the smell of cologne, thick and cloying, heavy on his skin. I heard the door open. A man stood in the doorway. I didn't recognize him.
And you're sure it was a man?
Yes. He was tall. He had on a coat and a medical mask on his face, and he was wearing a scarf, which I thought was weird, because it's warm out. It was red, and I think he had brown hair or black hair, or I don't remember.
Just keep working through the memory.
He came in, and he stood here, and I could smell him. That's what I remember. I could smell cologne. It was like thick, and it smelled familiar. I don't know. I don't remember why, but it did. And I asked him if I could help him, and he didn't say anything. And he looked from me over to here, which means...
He was looking at my office.
Yes, but you were out, so the desk was empty. And then he turned to me, and he locked eyes, and he charged at me, and then...
That's good. You don't have to keep going. It's quite self-explanatory from there. The only question is, how did you end up this far from your desk?
A good question. But everything is a haze. I was crawling towards him? Away from him? I don't remember, but I know I was crawling.
There's tracks here. He walked around, tracking blood everywhere. He's moving quickly. Trying to find something? Are you sure you were at your desk when he came in?
Yes. I was writing an email, and I remember looking over my laptop at him.
Do you remember getting up? Did you make any moves once the attack started?
Yeah, I must have. Yeah? Yeah, I must have. I don't know. It's just a blur.
There's blood here.
That looks like spatter from the attack, but this is new. There's blood on the business cards.
He took a card.
What? Like a fucking token? A little memento? Is he gonna call me and report my own murder? There's a thumbprint on the plastic holder that keeps both of our business cards. On the top of each stack, there's a drop of blood. He took both of our cards, and somehow that only makes this feel worse. I'm gonna change my cell phone number. Fuck.
We'll monitor it. If this piece of shit reaches out, I want to be ready to respond.
Why would he take a card?
Proof that he's been here.
Is the blood not enough?
It's curious.
So he took a souvenir.
Could be. Taking a little treat to remind him of a job well done.
You think he was hired?
This feels premeditated. Planned.
Okay, but why?
I don't know. But I think the answers we're looking for might prove to be more elusive than tracking down a lone angry man with a knife.
Do you think you were the intended target?
I think it's a possibility. But to be thorough, let me ask you a few things. Do you have any history of violent or vindictive exes?
I had a girlfriend who was a real piece of work, but she's long gone. So aside from that, no.
Any past experiences involving organized crime, drug trafficking?
What? No.
I'm not honey trapping you. I just need you to be honest. If there's anything unsavory in your history...
There's nothing. I smoked some weed in high school. I once did MDMA at a club, and I hated it. I broke a car window with a basketball when I was a kid, and I didn't tell anyone. So I doubt that guy has been biding his time, waiting to just seek revenge.
I know people who have done more for less. But I'll admit it's unlikely. Money issues?
Just the usual of rent too expensive, everything too expensive.
No loan sharks then. Enemies? People you've pissed off? Anything?
No, Grace. I don't have any sort of dark past. I don't have any of the Sopranos coming after me because I got in Tony's way or whatever. I don't know. I didn't watch the show. I don't have HBO.
Yeah, neither do I. I've heard it's about psychiatry and ducks, but anyway, keep thinking about it. If anyone comes to mind, please let me know.
Are there people who'd want to kill you?
Yes. You live long enough, you don't make as many friends as you do. Individuals willing to, for lack of a better phrase, stab you in the back.
Are you going to elaborate on this?
No. But I will make a few phone calls.
As she walks around the room, something I've never noticed about her is that she never gets sweaty. I've never seen her wipe the sweat off her forehead or even look a little clammy. If she's nervous, she doesn't wear it on her body. And if she's lying, well, I guess I just have to figure that out another way.
You're right. A good professional would have staked out the office ahead of time. They would have known that I wasn't here when they came in. So either they were a subpar hitman, or they weren't hired to kill me. Maybe they were hired to send me a message. I just don't know what that message means. Not yet. Anyone who's spoken to me over the last couple of years knows that we work together. Someone might have been trying to hurt me through you. And if that's the case, I will obliterate them and then put them back together piece by agonizing piece just so I can fucking obliterate them again.
Her eyes lock onto me and then dart away, eventually drifting back over to the blood pool on the floor. All right, let's take some pictures and then finish up here, because I can't handle being in this space much longer. It is stressing me out.
Yeah. I've got a few photos. I'll grab a few more, and tomorrow my guy will be in to redo these floors. It'll be like none of this ever happened.
Yeah. Except for the vampirism.
Yeah. Except for that.
What I'm not saying to her is this. My chest hurts. My body aches from hungers I can't even begin to describe, but I know that if I don't concentrate, I will become floppy, start stumbling. And I don't want to do that. I can't. Keep your head up, shoulders back, move forward. Don't look afraid. Why am I doing this? I don't know. Maybe it's to stop the constant screaming in my brain that I don't know how to even start thinking about what comes next. How things have changed. How am I going to explain this to my parents? I can't think about them right now. I can't. I just gotta think about something else. Can you drive me home? I don't trust myself to drive right now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I just want to go home. Unless it's easier for me to turn into a bat and just fly back.
I would not recommend that just yet. It's hard to control. Besides, turning into many small things is difficult.
How do you do it?
You have to focus. Understand how the pieces of your body can be twisted into other shapes.
Right.
It's like finding all the sections where your form can be taken apart. Not like a broken vase, but like a puzzle. Something that can be put back together. You need to find the key within and turn it. Oh, shit! B! Oh, good God, this is too soon. B, concentrate. I need you to concentrate on your form. Focus.
Oh, holy shit!
Are you all right? I told you that you're not ready. It's too soon to be trying such things.
Oh, how do you do anything with that many eyes?
It's a challenge.
Oh, God.
It's all right.
I want bugs. I want a moth. Give me a moth.
Yeah, the first few times are quite disorienting. Deep breaths.
Holy shit. I was bats. All of me bats.
Yes. It's both very useful and incredibly inconvenient.
Stop it. Stop. My leg thinks it's a wing. Stop. Ha!
Once you get the hang of it, it can be quite fun.
Grace, just drive me home. Standing in the bathroom back at my place, I took a good, hard look at myself for the first time since it all happened. I keep expecting something different. Some big change, red eyes, taut and shiny skin, leathery ears resembling bat wings. I have to admit, I was never much into vampire media, not really my style. I was always more of a science fiction girl, but turns out it's all weirder Earthside than I ever could have guessed. My hair looks nice though, which is odd, because all I did was awkwardly wash out some of the blood still crusted in it. It's smooth and knotless, which is shocking because normally my hair tangles if you breathe on it too hard. So I guess I'll take the change. My teeth look nice too, but there's no obvious fangs. Do they pop out on request? My mouth feels sharp under my tongue as I explore it. But overall, I just look like I'd taken a shower and put on my makeup recently. I tried eating a granola bar when I got home, and it tasted fine, but flat. It left my mouth dry and uncomfortable. There was no satisfaction in it, not like before. And every time Grace puts her hand on me, it's like there's 1,000 friendly bumblebees under my skin. I kind of want to see how this works on someone else. No, that's nuts. Stay the course. Figure this out. Maybe another day.
I dug out a bottle of wine from your cabinet. Amarone, you have good taste.
It was a gift. From you, I think.
That explains it. I have good taste.
Is this now just like drinking expensive water?
Well, water isn't ripe, raisiny, and full-bodied. Besides, it won't turn to ash in your mouth, and you won't wake up with a headache tomorrow.
I don't know. The thought of that kind of fills me with dread.
Don't worry. I won't make a toast. That would feel a little ghoulish. Ignore the possible pun there.
Gladly.
I do have one more thing I'd like to talk to you about.
In my head, I'm imagining you firing me right now for my clear failure and not getting stabbed at the workplace.
Well, I mean, that will be on your quarterly review, but,
All right.
No, you did well today. It was a high-stress situation to go back, and you handled yourself nicely. And previous times out in the field, you've been a good detective.
I've mostly just watched dudes cheat on their wives and take photos.
Yes, but you've never flinched. You've always been up for a challenge. I like that.
Thank you.
I think it's time you got a promotion.
Really? This is all it took?
You've shown talent, growth over the last year or so. Plus, you've got some new skills that will come in handy.
She puts her hand on my shoulder, and it's like my arm is going to buzz off of my body. And then, a flash. A pain in my skull, like something is trying to push its way out through the occipital bone. For a split second, I see myself lying on the floor, bleeding, dying. As if I am outside my own body and reaching for it. A hand, soft and gentle, reaches for mine. In the dream, in real life. I realize that Grace is now holding my hand, looking at me with a deeply furrowed brow. Concern. Questions.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Sorry. I think I'm just like reliving things that I don't want to relive.
Tell me what you saw.
I am not ready to.
All right. In due time. But yes, we will need to talk about updating your role in the office.
Does this come with a pension plan?
If you'd like.
I'll think about it.
Which part of it?
The pension, mostly. I feel like the payout's going to be very delayed. But I will take the promotion.
Excellent. We can iron out the details when we're back at the office. I think you could use the day off.
Oh boy, can't wait to spend my day Googling vampire lore and myths. This should only go well.
You do that. Also know that most things are wrong. Just shoot me a text if you have any questions.
Yeah, I'm going to have about 1 million.
That's fine.
There's just one thing I want to find out right now. And that is who did this and why.
That is pressing. And concerning.
It's a lot of things.
That's certainly the main thing we should deal with. But we have one other thing that is quite prescient. You being promoted changes things. We need to hire a new assistant. In the dream, it is winter. I'm standing at the edge of a cemetery on a gently sloping hill pockmarked with gray stone. A breeze picks up a layer of powdery snow, the flakes creating spirals in the night air. There's a presence here, one I have not felt in many years, one that I am not pleased but not surprised to sense. Lennox, the vampire who turned me, stands behind me, radiating a tang of freshly spilled, metallic blood.
You were born here in this cemetery. You remember, don't you?
It's not a particularly happy memory.
So why'd you do it? Why put someone else through the change? I thought I'd taught you better.
Get out of my head.
That's not what you really want, is it? You have questions. Ask them.
Did you do this, Lennox? Did you kill Bee?
What reason would I have to harm that poor little girl? Besides, do you have any proof?
He puts his hand on my shoulder and I tense, my body torn between repulsion and the grounding of a familiar touch. I don't know, but if this was you, I am going to prove it. And I am going to make you pay.
If this were me, I would enjoy watching you try.
Woodbine is
is an original podcast created, written, and produced by Alex Nursall and Emily Kellogg. Show running and direction by Alex Nursall. Production and promotion by Emily Kellogg. Engineering and sound design by Ian Bodie. Theme by Phil Wright. Music by Phil Wright and Ian Bodie. Recorded at Pirate Sound. Artwork by Andy Kelly. Distributed by Realm. You can find us on Instagram at Woodbine Podcast. Support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Parkdale Haunt. Transcripts, links, and more are available at woodbinepod.com. Featuring the voices of Alex Nursall, Emily Kellogg, Taylor Davis, Harlan Guthrie, and Rob Diobald.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey, y'all, I'm JJ.
Hey, guys, it's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests to share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to speak of them or talk about them or in any way portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. It would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk turned traveling medical investigator. Join me as I study the secrets of the divine plagues and uncover the blasphemous truth that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The heresies of Radolf Buntwine, wherever podcasts are available.